Take your kids and go live in that motel your father left you. The words were sharp, cold, like a blade through my chest. Jason said it casually, sitting at the dinner table, his glass of wine trembling slightly in his hand. Everyone else laughed. My sister, Olivia, even smiled like it was a joke. I didn't. I couldn't. I'm Emma Carter, 34 years old, mother of 2 boys, wife for 10 years. That night I realized just how little my husband and family valued me. 3 weeks earlier, we had gathered for my father's will reading. The room was formal, cold, and quiet. My sister Olivia sat perfectly straight, her husband holding her hand like they already owned the world. Jason didn't even glance at me once. The lawyer opened the folder. The Riverside apartment complex will go to Olivia Carter. Olivia gasped. Her husband squeezed her hand. They smiled, proud. And the Sunset Highway Motel, the lawyer continued, will go to Emma Carter. A heavy silence filled the room. Jason didn't even try to hide his scorn. A motel? He muttered. A broken highway motel? Everyone laughed. Sophia tried to hide her smile, but it was obvious. Even my aunt chuckled awkwardly. I forced a small smile. It's still property, I whispered. That night, Jason didn't speak a single word on the drive home. At the dinner later, he raised his glass. Well, at least one daughter got the real assets. He looked at Olivia. She laughed. Everyone else joined in. Then he said the words I'll never forget. You're useless. My hands shook. I packed our clothes that night, grabbed my sons Ethan and Leo, and drove 40 minutes to the motel. The sign flickered. Half the letters didn't work. Inside, the air smelled of dust, mildew, and mold wood. I found a small room, wiped down the sheets, and tucked the boys in. They fell asleep quickly. Then I went to the front office. A small lamp still worked behind the counter. Old guest books, dusty folders, broken clocks. I opened drawers. Empty. Old receipts. But then something caught my eye. A small wooden cabinet, cleaner than everything else, locked. But the key hung on a nail beside it. I froze. The motel was silent. My hands were cold. I turned the key and opened it. Inside were envelopes, letters, a rolled-up map, and a small metal box. The map caught my attention. Across the back of the property ran a thick blue line with the words, Future Highway Exit. Letters revealed city planning approvals, commercial zoning, redevelopment proposals. The motel wasn't worthless. My father had refused multiple offers. He knew what he was leaving me. In the metal box was a handwritten note. Emma, the motel is not small. It's strong. You have always been patient. That is why it belongs to you. Within a year, this land will be more valuable than anything Olivia owns. Tears filled my eyes. The motel was not a punishment. It was my future. Morning came. My sons played outside, oblivious to the fortune lying just behind their small hands. I called the number on the developer's letter. Horizon Developments, a man answered. We've been trying to contact the previous owner. Are you the current owner? Yes. I am Emma Carter. My father passed away. After a long pause, he said, we're still interested. The meeting was scheduled. When the developers arrived, they didn't laugh. They measured, took photos, asked questions. Then they slid the offer folder across the counter. I opened it. My heart stopped. The offer more money than Jason had ever earned in 10 years, more than Olivia's apartments combined. Jason called later. Emma, you can't stay there forever. You need a plan. I have a plan, I said calmly. Developers called again. They're offering Priest. I realized something crucial. The motel itself wasn't valuable, the land was. Highway expansion, commercial zoning, traffic, business potential. And it was all mine. I didn't renovate much, just enough to make it slightly presentable, but I left the motel looking untouched. My father's vision was unfolding exactly as he intended. Every night, I sat in the office chair, staring at the map, letters, and offer letters. My father had been patient. I had been patient. And now my patience would pay off. Sunday dinner. Same restaurant, same table. Olivia smiled confidently. Jason looked smug. I placed the folder on the table. This, I said calmly, is for the motel. Their smiles froze. Jason's jaw dropped. Olivia blinked, shocked. That this can't be real, Jason stammered. It is, I said. And that's just the first offer. Silence filled the room. Even the waiter paused. Sophia's smile faltered. Jason looked at me differently now. No anger, no mockery, only shock. 2 months later, I sold a portion, kept a share for development. The money secured my son's future. The same week, I filed for divorce. Jason never called me useless again. Olivia stopped treating me like the little sister who inherited trash. When I drive past a construction site now, cranes rise, traffic builds, the old motel sign is gone, but the land is still mine. The night they laughed at me, they thought they were throwing me away. They didn't know they were watching me step into my destiny.